Many people are angry and frustrated by the decision of the Vancouver Park Board to remove the temporary bike lane that was installed in Stanley Park during the pandemic. The bike lane, which runs along most of Park Drive, has been a popular and safe way for cyclists and pedestrians to enjoy the park without worrying about traffic. But the Park Board voted in February to restore the pre-pandemic traffic flow and get rid of most of the bike lane, except at some locations where it will remain until a permanent solution is found. The protesters who gathered along Stanley Park Drive on Sunday say that this decision is a step backwards for the city and the park. They argue that removing the bike lane will have negative impacts on safety, accessibility, and environmental sustainability. Safety. The protesters say that removing the bike lane will put cyclists and pedestrians at risk of collisions and injuries from cars. They point out that Stanley Park Drive is a narrow and winding road that is not designed for high-speed traffic. They also say that the existing bike path on the seawall is not adequate for all cyclists, especially those who use hand cycles, cargo bikes, or electric bikes. They want a dedicated and protected bike lane that will allow them to safely access all parts of the park. Accessibility. The protesters say that removing the bike lane will reduce the options for people who want to visit the park without a car. They say that many people rely on cycling or walking as their main mode of transportation, especially those who live nearby or have low incomes. They also say that cycling is a healthy and enjoyable activity that should be encouraged and supported by the park board. They want a bike lane that will make the park more accessible and inclusive for everyone. Environmental sustainability. The protesters say that removing the bike lane will increase greenhouse gas emissions and air pollution from cars. They say that Stanley Park is a natural treasure that should be protected and preserved for future generations. They also say that Vancouver has a goal of becoming a green and livable city by 2030, and that promoting cycling and reducing car dependency is a key part of achieving that goal. They want a bike lane that will align with the city's vision and values. The protesters are calling on the park board to reverse their decision and keep the temporary bike lane until a permanent one is built. They say that they will continue to fight for their right to cycle safely and freely in Stanley Park.